Outsourcing UK is a specific outsourcing and clinical trials focused event for the UK market. So the delegates are drawn from UK pharma and biotech companies. I think an event like this is massively important to the clinical trial sector just because it's a share of ideas, people can come together and discuss best practice, find solutions as well. A major part of the events is about people actually meeting with the exhibitors and finding out a bit more about what solutions there are on the market as well. People like to meet people in order to build that trust, and it's why I think the series has grown as it has done, and why as an events company we're still in business when you can do so much online. You still do business on handshakes.
We're developing vaccines, but we're a preclinical stage company, really trying to make that transition into clinical research with our candidate products. We've set up a company without a large infrastructure, and we tend to keep it that way. So our whole business model is really around outsourcing. Well, the current challenges, I guess, are to find the people we want to work with, getting good value for money, having the right expertise, getting scientific insight into what biomarkers we could look at with our studies. An event like this gives me more opportunity to meet and hopefully establish good relationships going forward, so it's very good.
We're a specialty pharmaceutical company focusing on multiple sclerosis and related disorders, trying to progress those from the preclinical into clinical studies. Outsourcing is very important to MS Therapeutics, like it is to all specialty pharmaceutical companies. The whole of MS Therapeutics is based on outsourcing because we're a virtual company, we're a very small team, and we've taken the approach of outsourcing work rather than build up a big infrastructure internally. For two reasons: it costs a lot less, and also that it's a lot faster as well because we're able to pick the teams and groups that will answer the questions that we want answered. I think that one of the key challenges in clinical trials outsourcing is selecting the correct vendor to fit your need. A key part of that is understanding who's out there and having good relationships with those people and having good knowledge of who can do what and where they're located. There are risks, but there are risks with everything, which is why it's so important to do your homework, and it's one of the advantages to come to meetings like this is to establish new relationships with CROs and become aware of different capabilities of different CROs.
Today's been a really good day actually. Some really energetic, exciting speakers with different approaches, which I think sometimes you can get quite, you have the usual professionals, exhibitions and speeches, but I think today's been novel and a different approach and quite relaxed, which has made it more entertaining and more informative, I think.
And so far the event has been a great success. We've met a lot of interesting people from the industry, got a lot of insight into sourcing, and great networking event.
I've only attended the second day, but so far I think it's very, very informative. Some great speakers, some really good topics as well.
I thought it was really interesting hearing from both clinical research sites in the United Kingdom as well as pharma and some CRO about some of the challenges to the industry, and particularly for recruitment of patients and the challenges around staffing and CROs. So some interesting and useful insights. It's good to network, meet some of the vendors that support our clinical trials, helps you understand some of the logistics and challenges, and it's interesting to talk to others, other pharma sponsors, and see like-for-like challenges and how they're handling those as well.
We've chosen to be associated with this particular event because outsourcing has become obviously a very significant part of the way that clinical trials are run. To come to an event like this means that we have a much better understanding of what's going on within that process, and also to get to make new contacts and to catch up with old contacts. It's incredibly important to get face-to-face with people and be able to network with them and be able to talk to them. A face-to-face meeting says more than 1,000 emails could ever do. Coming here, this has been, for us, very useful so far. It's extraordinarily well run and the session's been very interesting.
Our brand has been around for the last 4 years, but really the work we've done has been led through word of mouth. So events like this are really important because for us, getting out there and meeting people face to face and actually letting them know about who we are and what we do is of vital importance for the growth of our business, and also meaning that we can give a good service to our customers. The first event we came to was only last month, and that was in Brussels, and that was the outsourcing clinical trials event for Europe. We found that so valuable that we decided to book to come to the UK, and we've also booked to come back to the European event next year. So for us, we're meeting the right types of people here. It's been really valuable, and we're getting some really positive feedback from our customers as well.